Another question that we would like to discuss is about how to meditate. Of course, you just had a meditation exercise at the beginning of this session, but there are some conditions that facilitate meditation. For example, one requirement is silence. The sign of intellect is contemplation. And the sign of contemplation is silence. Because it is impossible for man to do two things at the same time. He cannot both speak and meditate. So obviously, we have to be silent when we want to meditate. Second requirement is focus. The mind should focus and should not be disturbed by physical distractions. To put it simply, it means being so interested in something that one becomes unaware of everything else. Just like when you're absorbed in reading a fascinating story. It was a very interesting story that I heard of a very wonderful person who, in the olden days, in a war, an arrow was, thrown at him and got into his leg. And it was so painful to remove it that he could not bear the pain. But then they said that the only time that you can remove it is when he is engaged in prayer and meditation, because he's totally cut off. Okay. And that's what they did. Okay. And he did not realize what was happening to him. So that is really the highest level when you can cut off from the physical world. You are immersed in your meditation. In this condition of meditation, new ideas flash across our mind and new insights we develop. So when we talk of focus, let's visualize the energy that is created when scattered rays of the sun come together. In a normal condition, you can walk under the sun, you can sit in the sun, but then if you use a magnifying glass and then you get the rays of the sun, even in that small area, maybe just 2 inches wide, and you get that rays of the sun focus on one place, maybe on a piece of paper, you see it burns. Yeah. So much energy comes together on one spot, focuses, it burns. So that is the power of focus. Now, when we focus all our scattered thoughts on one issue, then definitely great energy is created. Otherwise, scattered thoughts, what will they really result into? And that's what happens in meditation, that we focus our scattered thoughts on one issue. So another point about requirement of meditation is that it's better if we meditate on something that has a noble value. If you suppose you focus on the spot on the wall, while you sit still, you don't move, you are quiet, of course, you may develop some power of concentration, which is wonderful, because in this busy life, many of us cannot even concentrate. So this exercise gives us some power of concentration. But when the subject of our meditation has a noble value, a noble thought, a noble concept, then meditation becomes inspiring and productive. When you focus all your thoughts on something noble, what great discovery, what great insights that we really cannot get as a result of that. Mrs. Saili, do you like to say some of those noble thoughts that you use for meditation as an example?
Sure. Actually, it is really important, as Sir has been mentioning, that we need to have something constructive in our mind while meditating. Yeah. Because the constructive thoughts only can give you positive solutions and can also help you to create a path for future. What I'm going to do in near future or what I want to achieve in my life. So there are few noble thoughts that we can focus upon while meditating actually. So how can I develop myself further? This is a fundamental question that we have to keep on asking ourselves daily.
That's the
I
purpose of
think
our life, really.
exactly.
Yes,
Sir.
to develop all our potential and all
Exactly.
our powers.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
And the potentialities that are within us,
Mhm.
then how can I help my family to be united?
Oh, wow.
This is another so
Wonderful.
towards your family, because you are a family member, you are a responsible family member, and you want to do something for your family all the time. So again, focus your thoughts towards this. Is a very noble thought is
Mhm.
related to family and other members of your family.
So when you sit with all those conditions we have discussed in silence, etc., and all, you
Right.
try to abstract yourself from the outside, distractions, and then you focus on how
Yes.
can I enhance unity among my family
members.
you
How
know.
can I can bring them together? How the love could flourish more in the family?
Then some solutions come to you,
Exactly.
some discoveries you make.
Yes.
Oh,
Then
wonderful.
it becomes easier for me to understand how to communicate with them,
Excellent.
how to have compassionate communication,
Excellent.
with all
Excellent.
the family members, because that is also very important.
Of course.
Then how I can enhance and appreciate beauty in my life. There's so much beauty
wow.
in my life.
Mm.
So I need to appreciate. We have been discussing, dear learners, we have been discussing so much about beauty and how I can appreciate this beauty which is there around me. How I can become more knowledgeable about certain things that really interest me.
Mhm.
So I really want to know certain things. I want to understand certain things more in a better manner. So we can think about that particular subject or that particular interest and meditate on it.
Wonderful.
And then how I can become more capable to upbring my children in a right manner.
Oh, wow.
There are
Yes, of course. Every
So-
mother, every father would really
exactly
like to discover, to understand it better. Yes,
absolutely.
yes,
So
yes.
these are some of the noble thoughts. They've got great value for your life, for your day-to-day life.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So meditation is really a tool, we can say,
Yes, sir.
a cognitive tool that can help us to resolve
Right.
such very important questions.
Fundamental questions actually of our life.
Wonderful. Or how can I manage, suppose, my work and my family?
Yes,
you
yes.
know,
Workplace
time
relations,
together, work,
family.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Yes. So such noble thoughts and concepts also can include, suppose, betterment of the society around us. How can I contribute to advance society?
Yes.
As you said, compassion and care towards one another.
Yes.
How can I become more compassionate, for example?
Right.
Or patience at the time of test and opposition.
Yes. This is another important aspect.
Yes, how to remain patient.
Yes.
Or perseverance when I face some difficulties, how to persevere.
Right.
Or the balance between material and spiritual life, for example.
Mhm.
Or controlling my temper or my negative attitudes.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, very often we say, oh, I'm short-tempered, I cannot do
Yeah.
anything. Of course, one can do
Right.
Yes.
a lot through meditation
Yes.
to control one's temper. So you may like to think for a while about some other noble thoughts you wish to unfold further through meditation. So maybe 1 minute time, just because you know yourself better than anybody else knows yourself. So just you can make a note of some of those things that really you're eager to discover more, and meditation you can use as a means. 1 minute. Now there is one more requirement for meditation, and that is selecting appropriate time. Setting aside appropriate time for meditation is actually very important, Otherwise, we will just land up not doing it.
Right.
Some people, suppose, choose dawn. Some may select late night. Maybe some people, midday. Anyway, sometimes that you are free, your mind is free from daily engagements, and the atmosphere, the surrounding is more quiet. Ms. Kamini, what is a good time for you?
So I prefer early morning
Early morning. Oh,
Yes.
that's very good.
because when everything is quiet around me,
Okay. Oh,
I
thank you.
feel that
Yes.
is the
Yes.
best time
Best
where I
time.
can meditate.
Wonderful. And you, Mrs. Ali?
No, I feel for night is the right time for me,
Okay.
because that's the time that the day has ended and I can contemplate about the day and also show gratitude about what has happened and what I have in my life, and create a peaceful, night time so that I can go off to sleep peacefully.
Oh, wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. So you can choose the time that suits you the best and your mind is free. So there's a fifth requirement to make our meditation more effective, and that is spotless ambience. While there is no need for any special furniture or a particular posture, we should remember that cleanliness, which is a physical phenomenon, has a great influence on creating the ambience for our angelic state to develop.
Mhm.
So it's very, very important for our own development. Cleanliness, spotless cleanliness, our dress surrounding the place where we sit, where we work, our house, our car, if you have, our bike. Now, meditative process passes through many milestones, friends, as I also indicated before, detaching oneself from the surrounding and wandering of mind. That is the first challenge that we have. Engaging in conversation with one's own spirit. So when you are cut off from the surroundings, then you are able to call upon your own spirit. That means that reality, that higher reality, which is within you, whatever you may like to call it. Then, next step would be to remain focused, putting your questions to your spirit. Then, the inner self will be awakened, and then the mysteries will become unfolded. As we said, the light breaks forth, a spark of reality comes. And that insight which we get at that time, it is like, carving on the stone. It really doesn't disappear. It just remains in your heart, in your, inner self. And then we move to higher realities, to deeper realities. So to summarize, we can set a quiet time and a spot, a comfortable posture, and a noble thought or question is all that you need to start the process. Begin with a short period of time and gradually increase and go to higher level of meditation. So we have to start small and then gradually, as we grow in our capacity, we can proceed further. So finally, I can say that the meditative faculty is like a mirror. If you remember earlier also, we mentioned the same example. Our thought is like a mirror. Our meditative faculty is like a mirror. If you put it before earthly objects, of course it will reflect them. If I meditate on bad things, for example, and earthly things, and lower things, of course I discover the secrets of them.
Right.
And if I contemplate on the higher things, I become informed of all those things. So we should turn the mirror of our meditative faculty in the right direction, so that the light of truth can be reflected in them, not only on earthly objects. And as we earlier discussed, how long should be the meditation? Some of us may have the wrong notion that no, it has to be for a long time, hours together. It's not really like that. But meditation is so powerful that it is said that 1 hour of meditation, reflection, is preferable to 70 years of pious worship. So the comparison of worship and meditation.
Yes.
If one engages in worship for 70 years, and then he engages for meditation for 1 hour, that 1 hour is preferable to 70 years of devoted worship.
Yes.
Right.
So really, without meditation, we are not complete.
Yes.
So now imagine if every day we can meditate for a couple of minutes as per our convenience, how greatly we are benefited by that. And then Aristotle said, every virtue carried to extreme is a vice. So again, we are not saying that let us do it for long hours. No. Moderation
Right.
is the keynote for success in everything, including meditation. Again, I repeat, little by little, day by day. That's a master key. Now, at the end of this session, I'd like to tell you about two practicals and also about one assignment. The practical one is explore various meditation methods to find out what may suit you the most, what is good for you. You explore, find out. That is the first practical. And of course, you submit your report. Secondly, the second practical is make a list of some noble thoughts and questions you wish to focus upon through meditation. Your own questions. And of course, these questions will never end, every day.
Yeah.
As you interact,
something
new things will come. And then you discover, go ahead.
Right.
Decide the time that you can meditate, the frequency, suppose daily or weekly. I don't know, you decide, daily twice or whatever you like. And the duration of your meditation. Of course, sometimes, you really get into meditation, you don't set alarm to wake you up and come back, if you like. But you just allow it when you have time. You allow it in a natural way to complete the process of meditation. It's up to you to decide how you want to do it. You want to have a fixed time or leave it open. And then more important than all these things is start the process. Actually, begin meditation. And there is one assignment for you, since we have just completed a number of themes and topics in this unit about thirst for knowledge. Take some time to review all the themes that we have so far discussed, and then what has been your experience with these units, what has been your takeaway from these units, and how far your own thirst for knowledge has been increased. Please write your answers to this question and submit it. Best wishes. Thank you.